All right. Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakak Wadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles, the great millstone, we well. And I also want to say peace and blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. And before I get into the lesson, I'm gonna go in the spirit because me and the elder brother of war behind the camera just talking about something, man. It was basically talking about an imbalance, man. All right, because like it says in the scriptures in Sirach, be not righteous over much, man. Okay, and I speak for myself. I do certain things to keep me from falling for certain weaknesses, just to experience an imbalance to where I was more, I was worse off than how I started. I was imbalanced to the point where I was worse off than where I started, man. All right, so and that's like that for a lot of brothers, man. You know, of course you got a brother that you gotta, you know, get them that booster cable, spark them, like, man, brother, get in the spirit. But you got brothers, they pretty much got that momentum, but you gotta slow your ass down because bridges have gaps for a reason, man. You have to have a break, man. All right. What's another thing? You don't want to cause your own effect. A lot of times, you're dealing with certain things in the spirit because you didn't went too hard. So now your flesh is rebelling. Now your mind is rebelling. So you beat yourself up because you can't concentrate on the scriptures. But wait a minute, have you gave yourself time to restore? See, I'm at work, right? And it's a certain machine I work. But every so often when I clock in, they'll tell me, don't work on this machine today. That machine is shut down. We're going to do maintenance on that machine. Go work over here with this coworker. And I thought about it. If I'm on a job and they give this machine a day where they sit there and restore it, they don't run it. They sit there and restore it, do maintenance work on it, so it could be a effective, efficient machine the next day. How much more are we to give ourselves a break and restore ourselves and maintenance ourselves? See, that's one of the purpose of a fast. That's one of the purpose of just being in your room, man. That's one of the purpose of just sitting there and watch a movie, get a drink, listen to some music, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Because if you don't, you're going to overwork yourself like a lot of companies overwork machines, man. All right?
You know, that's the purpose of the Sabbath, you know. Because on the Sabbath, hey, you going and you going and you going 6 days. Yeah. So on that 7th day, that's why I say the Sabbath was created for us, you know, our benefit. So on that 7th day, we chilling out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's time to relax, man. We're not finna keep going, because if you keep going and going and going and going and going every single day and you don't have any downtime where you sit back, relax, or you don't keep a Sabbath, hey, your body starts wearing down. Look at New York, for example, the city that never sleeps. Yeah. Look at the infrastructure and everything that's going on. And I mean, it's America as a whole, but just saying, just using that as an example, that's a title, the city that never sleeps. Hey, certain things that you do, hey, you can't let yourself get too imbalanced to, like you said, it'll cause your own effect. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, because a lot of times we got rage built up in us. I be like, man, why I feel like hurt somebody? Why I feel like why am I daydreaming about scenarios where I'm beating the shit out of somebody? Because in reality, I'm a laid back person. I'm not violent. But I have to ask myself, where's this coming from? And I'm oppressed. I work. Then, you know, you probably exercise. I go home, cook, eat and sleep. And that's it. And you do that all the time, your mind really has no break. So the Most High give us these Sabbaths, you got to use that time to treat yourself, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to treat yourself so you won't defeat yourself, man. All right? Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? You got men that never listen to music. You had men that come into this truth. They never did anything but studied the word to the point where they knew the precept for every adjective and prefix. All right? But they became over-righteous because they started challenging the apostles with the breakdowns. All right? They became more righteous to the point where there was almost imbalance mentally. All right? It's such thing as being mentally imbalanced. It's called insane. Okay? So don't be afraid. Don't feel guilty if a brother offers you some wine and you don't really drink a lot, or you step out, go to a bar. You might go to one of them playing on little live bands. That's good for your spirit, man. You ain't gotta be around a pack of niggas. You ain't gotta be around a pack of keishas. Just go to a spot. You go to a movie. After you go to a movie, go with a brother and y'all eat something. Change the scenery, man. This is for diligent brothers, man. You got the diligent part down pat, but now you got to bring the balance so you can be diligent the next week. You see? You got something you want to say, Otto?
Well, the scriptures say, prove to thy soul what's good and what's evil for it.
Yeah.
So, that means you're going to be out there getting experience.
Yep.
You're not supposed to just be stagnant in one place and this is all you see. Now, nothing's wrong with having tunnel vision for the truth. Yeah. But like I say, if you see a brother decide he wants to go out to a bar or a festival or carnival, the fair, or whatever the case may be, you can't look at him evil because you just like, no, I'd rather stay in the house. I'd rather do this, do that. Y'all over here trying to enjoy stuff. Like, no, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have whatever your release is for your flesh, or else your flesh gonna get imbalanced and it's gonna rebel against you, man.
Cause I've had times, Salak, where I step out with a brother, get a drink or something, and I'd be like damn near ADHD. I'd be like super amplified. I'm like, man, why am I like this? You know how you see yourself in third person? It's like, cause I'm kind of homebound. And there's nothing wrong with being homebound or temple bound, but it's a balance to everything, man. So I'm gonna get this in the scriptures. Sirach 37-27. My son, prove thy soul and thy life, and see what is evil for it, and give not thereunto it. All right, so that's very important. Why does it say that? Because outside of the law, statutes, and commandments, there are certain freedoms that we have in Yahweh Shai. That's not a sin, but you as an individual have to figure out there's something that you can work with, or something that's against you, man. Something that'll harm you. But you will never know unless you try it. That's what experience means. X means out, peri means to try, something to that effect. All right? Verse 28, Sirach 37-28. For all things are not profitable for all men. So, staying in the house all the time might not be profitable for you. But stepping out occasionally might not be profitable for you. You see? You gotta figure out what works for you. Some brothers, they like their liquor, they like their change of scenery, they gotta get away from their family, but when they'll come back, they have a clear mind, you see? Another brother, he do that a little too much, he'll be imbalanced, man. Me personally, I'm kind of like watch a movie type brother, you know what I mean? But I still go to a bar, All right? Verse 28, for all things are not profitable for all men, neither have every soul pleasure in everything. So every soul don't have pleasure in everything, so you can't look at a brother like the elder was saying. You can't look at a brother sideways because he don't like what you like, man. One of the things you're going to figure out in this truth is that what you like don't determine what another brother going to like, man. Some brothers, what's an example? Some brothers might like their hard liquor. Some brothers like their red wine. Some brothers don't really drink at all. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers like to eat a lot. You can't be looking at another brother like, man, why you don't never eat nothing, man? It's like half a chicken. And you eat everything, because that's you and that's him. You see? Some brothers might, is like me, like extroverted. They real outgoing. So you can't be that quiet brother trying to figure out why this brother talk a lot, man, or why he's so in brothers' faces like that. He love, he's very physical and expressive. But for that brother that's extroverted, you can't be looking at that quiet brother like, man, that brother don't never say nothing. He funny acting. You know how you go out in the world, you kind of see yourself, people think you funny acting and shit. Like, no, I'm just cooling, man. I'm enjoying the atmosphere, Yeah,
that's what niggas do.
That's what niggas do. But in this truth, we like, nah, that's their brother's spirit. He good, though. You know what I'm saying? One brother might like strictly classical music, nothing but classical music. One brother might like that hip-hop. One brother might like that old school R&B. Or he might like that neo-soul. But you can't look at a brother sideways because he don't like what you like, man.
Right, because he's listening to Yo Gotti.
Yeah,
that's what he do. As long as it's entertainment and he's not trying to live the song,
Because, hey, man, we young. We in our 20s. I like that upbeat stuff, too. I have my preferences, but I like that young stuff, too. I'm not going to lie, But that's not something I make a habit. But I like, we young men.
Yeah, we also hit symphonies, too.
That's another thing, bro. And we hit symphonies.
Yeah.
You see? And you go to brothers' house, we playing classical music, whatever, man. So really, brothers really diverse, man. But I'm bringing this out so brothers, new brothers coming to this truth, and brothers is diligent is crazy. Brothers in their teens and they diligent, man. Brothers can't leave the house yet, but they diligent watching the videos. But also, don't forget to watch a movie. Don't forget to give yourself a break. Don't forget to walk around the park. Don't forget to see what events going on in your city. Maybe there's a musical. You see? Don't forget to do that to clear your head, man. Cause like those machines on my job, we have to have downtime, man. You know, I had one job. They'll give the machines downtime, but they won't give us downtime.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And the older lady that worked there, she was like, you see that machine over there? It was broken down. She's like, that's what's happening to us. See,
yep.
A lot of Israelite men that's 50, 60 years old, they're dying because the last 20, 30 years, they've been workhorses. Being a human machine. But then they'll go home and vent and put poison in their body. So they eat all that acidic, processed food. So here it is, your body never restored itself from its job. Then you turn around, go home and eat food that's further destroying you. Drink that liquor that's destroying your liver. You know what I'm saying? That hard liquor that you don't ever detox is low grade, because you know you don't know better. You know, you're an old head, you ain't on the internet like that trying to find out what's the best liquor.
Okay, and you know brothers who ain't who don't drink that hard liquor to ease the pain, you know, because brothers, they'll drink a lot. Brothers who drinkers, they'll drink a lot. But them brothers who don't, you'll know they have a real bad sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Like love to eat them sweets and desserts and stuff.
And that's in the world too. But because a lot of jakes in the world, they dying because they'll overvent with Esau's poison. Oh yeah, you just hit the nail, because I buy ice cream, brother. Yeah. I love ice cream. You like ice cream too? But I had to suffer for that with my teeth, man. But you know, we learn to get the higher grade over a period of time. But I'm a brother that like them sweets. But when shit get real, I'm gonna hit that liquor. But I generally like wine. But the point is, when you oppress, you compensate, man. So you gotta have a medium. The word medium goes back to middle. Why is it called middle? Because you have to have something that you do between your job and the truth. Or for brothers that's in school to stay with their people, something that you do between school and the truth, man. Your first 6 months, you might not notice it, but after a while, you got to give yourself downtime, man. You know? So, I'm going to get this in Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, the 14th chapter and the 11th verse. My son, according to thy ability, do good to thyself, and give the Lord his due offering. But it says, according to thy ability, do good to thyself, man. I'm learning to do that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't coming to this truth yesterday, but I'm still learning how to do good to myself, man. Because brothers got that workhorse spirit. You're a workhorse for Esau. You want to be a workhorse for the Most High, but you got to do good to yourself, man. Eat that ice cream, man. Drink that wine. Drink that liquor. Hey, don't get that shit that's going with all that high fructose corn syrup in it. But if you like the sweets, get the high quality sweets. Or more importantly, eat those dates. Eat that dark chocolate. You see? Eat that papaya, that papaya, those pineapples, man. Those God-given sweets, man. But what I'm saying is, do good to yourself.
And just speaking of, since you were speaking of food, hey, you're supposed to have a balance, man, because even your body can't be too alkaline.
Yeah.
Hey, your body being too alkaline is even more dangerous than it being real acidic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You could die from your body being too alkaline.
And Satan can attack you if you're not grounded. One thing that meat does do, it grounds you. So you have to find, and what I mean by ground, it brings you back to earth. You don't want to be so out your body, so to speak. If you in this truth, the Satan can use it against you, and you'll start seeing shit. One temptation you could deal with, if you too up there, you might start seeing spirits. You might start seeing stuff flinch. You might see something move in the corner of your eye. Or Satan can play the illusion game on you that you'll think you seeing words and shit. Satan could bug your ass the hell out if you being over righteous. And you might have did all that to be more into the spirit, but if you too in the spirit is in TOO, Satan will bug you out too, man. And you'll be worse off than how you started. So you gotta pray for a balance, man. We human, we in the flesh, but we gotta pray, man. All right. So according to thy ability, do good to thyself. Like I said, don't be afraid to indulge a little bit, because every time you're in the spirit, you're suppressing your flesh. But if you're too much in the flesh, your spirit getting weak, and now you becoming like a regular nigga in the world. So it's a balance. But from this topic of this lesson, when you deep in the spirit, remember you're suppressing your flesh, and your flesh is like the levees, and that water is building. So a wise man won't let his levees build like that. He'll let water out frequently so it'll never overbuild.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So, with that being said, this last scripture, Sirach 14:16. Give and take and sanctify thy soul, for there is no seeking of dainties in the grave. Give, take, sanctify thy soul, man. So, pleasure your soul, man. We in the flesh. So, whatever you like to do, I named those things, but don't beat yourself up if you treat yourself, man. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself, so you won't defeat yourself. But hey, you had any closing statements?
Oh no, brother, you said it perfectly.
And with that, I hope you brothers are edified, man. And to the next lesson, shalom.
Shalom.